This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Good morning to you, and thank you so much for getting up with us on this Saturday morning. I'm Christine Pitawanich. Of course, happy 4th of July. Hope your morning's going well so far. We want to take you outside for a quick look at the coast. This is our Pacific City Sky Cam. A beautiful start to the morning out there. And now let's get to this other shot. What a gorgeous view on the coast. Again, on a 4th of July. Let's check in with Joe Ranieri for a quick look at the forecast.
Happy 4th of July, and as we get into the holiday weekend, we are going to be seeing sunny and warmer conditions. First off, though, we are going to be waking up to kind of some cloudy conditions throughout the coast and the valley. That's been kind of the trend here the last couple of days. We can thank the onshore flow to those morning clouds, but by the afternoon, we'll start to see temperatures a little bit warmer and a little bit more of the sunshine out there. So as we look at the cloud and rain forecast, we're not going to be seeing any rain, at least any measurable amount of rain. There could be some light drizzle and some sprinkles along the coast throughout the start of the morning, and then we'll start to see some drier conditions and sunny conditions heading into the afternoon. Really up and down the I-5 corridor, daytime highs will be in the mid to the upper 60s. By lunchtime, on our way high of 76 degrees this afternoon. And as you make plans for the 4th of July, by 8 o'clock, we'll be looking at temperatures in the low 70s. By 9, 68 degrees, and by 10 o'clock, temperature of 63 degrees. And over the next couple of days, we will start to see our temperatures really warm up, at least for Sunday. Highs close to 80 degrees. By Monday, a little bit cooler with temperatures in the mid 70s. And coming up in the detailed forecast, we'll talk more about the changes that I'm looking ahead in the later part of next week.
This morning, a man is dead and a sheriff's deputy is hurt after a shooting in Clackamas County. It happened last night at the Mount Hood RV Resort in Welches. Deputies got a call about a man in a mental health crisis. Family members reported that he had a gun. Deputies say a crisis negotiator tried talking with the man. Then they also tried using a taser and beanbag rounds to try to subdue him. But they say he ended up firing a shot at deputies and they shot back, killing him. The owner of the nearby Dragonfly Cafe says the man has been coming into her cafe for years.
It's sad. It hurts my heart. Hurts my heart a lot because there's a lot to live for in this world. And I wish that people that feel this way would come and at least say something so that we can help them.
One deputy was hit in the arm and was taken to the hospital, but he's since been released. And, you know, we just want to put this out there, the number to the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. If you or someone you needs a person to talk to, this is a number to call. It is available 24/7. That number right on your screen, 1-800-273-8255. Now we want to bring you up to Seattle, where it was a horrific scene on I-5. Gosh, you see the video paused here, but that car slammed into two people overnight. Witnesses say they were part of a protest group. The Washington State Patrol has been on scene most of the morning, and they tell us one person has life-threatening injuries. The second has serious injuries. Investigators released pictures of the car too, and they say they do have a suspect in custody. And after another night of protests, Portland police again declared a riot near the Justice Center. They tell us officers did not use tear gas to disperse the crowd. But also remember, new rules are in place that allow police to use tear gas only if a riot is declared. Now to the coronavirus pandemic. Governor Kate Brown is pleading with Oregonians to take the coronavirus pandemic seriously as we head into the holiday weekend. She wants people to keep gatherings small.
Oregon, we have a choice. What happens next is up to each of us. Do we protect ourselves, our families, and our grandparents? Or do we pretend that this invisible killer isn't lurking among us?
Oregon reported 344 new cases on Friday, and that brings the state total to more than 9,600. Governor Brown has also placed 8 counties on a watch list where the spread has risen to alarming levels. Jefferson, Lake, Lincoln, Malheur, Morrow, Umatilla, Union, and Wasco counties will all be monitored, and the governor could reimpose restrictions if outbreaks aren't contained. And in Washington, Clark County, doctors are looking into an outbreak at a Vancouver restaurant. So far, 18 cases have been linked to Orchard's Tap Bar and Grill. 4 employees and 14 customers have tested positive. And more people could be at risk. The restaurant has closed its doors, but health officials are asking that anyone who was at Orchard Tap between June 19th and June 25th quarantine at home for 14 days and get tested. You may see state workers checking in on Oregon bars and restaurants. Governor Brown has enlisted the help of Oregon OSHA and the OLCC to help slow the spread of COVID-19. They'll be stopping in at businesses, checking on face mask usage and social distancing. They'll also be sure that nobody's being overserved at bars and making sure those bars are closing on time, either 10 p.m. or midnight, depending on whether they're in phase 1 or 2.
We are looking at this and taking action as an agency because we want to make sure that the health of all Oregonians is protected.
If any business is out of compliance, they can be fined or cited or issued what's called a red warning notice. That amounts to a temporary closure. Meantime, Washington is going a step further with mask enforcement. Governor Jay Inslee announced that starting Tuesday, businesses are not allowed to serve customers who aren't wearing face masks. Businesses that don't comply could be fined or forced to close. It's no secret the pandemic has left a huge number of people out of work for months on end. As a result, the number of people homeless in America is expected to surge. Economists at Columbia University say we could see a 40 to 45% spike in homelessness by the end of the year. That's an extra 250,000 people unable to afford housing nationwide. And that's just one estimate, and it could vary city by city. Locally, officials say they don't have data as of yet, but they're expecting a wave of people looking for homeless services soon, many of them for the first time.
We're trying here locally with some of the federal dollars that have come in, some of the state dollars that have come in, and then what we can do with our local budgets to prevent that from happening if we can. And that really is about making significant rent assistance investments in people who, if we can't assist them financially, may find themselves experiencing homelessness by virtue of what COVID has done to them economically.
Last year, Multnomah County had more than 4,000 homeless people. Half of those are labeled as unsheltered, and that means they literally live on the streets. Officials conduct a count every 2 years. The next one is scheduled for January. Students, teachers, and alumni at Beaverton's Cedar Park Middle School were busy on Friday. They made new signs to be displayed outside the school in support of the Black Lives Matter movement. They had to remake the signs after they say vandals tore them down last week.
Hate will not win in this, specifically in this neighborhood. It's not going to win. So we're going to do as much as we can to get things going and to put up signs. They can continue taking them down. That's fine, but we'll continue putting them back up.
I want them to think that Black Lives Matter and you should support and do not be silent. Yeah.
And if people see them every day, even if they don't agree with it, it's at least going to, put that seed in, and then hopefully it'll grow into a bigger idea.
As we told you last month, the school district at first ordered the signs here at West Tualatin View Elementary to be removed, saying that they went against district policy. The students have been told the signs can stay up through this coming Monday, but they're hoping to keep them up a little longer. Ahead of the 4th of July, someone has been going around stealing American flags outside homes in Hillsboro. A Ring doorbell camera recorded a woman removing one flag from a home in the Arbor Rose neighborhood. Neighbors say at least 4 flags were stolen Thursday night into Friday morning and found in a dumpster. This follows several weeks of flags being moved or stolen from homes in the neighborhood.
It's disgracing the flag. People have already been saying they don't want to put their flags up because they don't want them stolen. And that's just giving in to whoever this is that's stealing them.
Hillsboro police confirm they've taken several reports of stolen flags, but have not made any arrests. Coming up, schools are trying to figure out what the next year will look like. Still to come, a closer look at the concerns that are already popping up.